This is day 342 of Zohar Pshat. We're in the top line, Lamed Tesam and Aleph Shaitin Yonus in the first line. It's fascinating Zohar day, but it's a little difficult because yesterday we said in the third Heichal you have the people who were sat on the Korban Beis HaMikdash. And so Moshiach took them and brought them into the fourth Heichal, where the people are the Avlei Tziyun Yerushalayim and all the people who died of Kiddush Hashem. So what's the difference between the people crying on the Korban and the people who Avlei Tziyun Yerushalayim? Seems to Avlei Tziyun Yerushalayim, again, if assuming the Heichalos are going up in order, are higher Madreg than the people crying Korban Beis HaMikdash. So maybe Avlei Tziyun Yerushalayim means not just the Beis HaMikdash, Tziyun Yerushalayim, in other words, a much broader category. I don't understand clear. But in any event, there's obviously this affinity between them because they're brought from the third Heichal to the fourth Heichal. So, and then it said that the Zar de David are connected to them, the descendants of David, and they're Menachem them. But that's not enough. They start crying again. Okay, so evidently it's an ongoing process. And even in Shamayim, there's Tsar until Moshiach comes, until the redemption. Nothing with achibu kola. So he says till the sound comes out and unites with a different call, which evidently comes from above. B'shtay taman ad reish yarcha, and it means until Rosh Chodesh. I don't know what Rosh Chodesh we're talking about. The Sulam says that we're talking about the Kol Moshiach ben Yosef and the night for the Kol Moshiach ben David, and the Rosh Chodesh is not really Rosh Chodesh, but it's some sort of esoteric concept. But in any event, without, of course, getting into that whole discussion, which is way over our heads, but it seems that what we can understand from here is that until the cycle starts again from fresh. In other words, we're talking about the end of a month is symbolic of waning, things going down. And there's always, as long as things are going down, until like we say, so there's constantly going to be crying, right? And this crying is going to be above and below, because there's Korban below and Korban above, and until the Reish Archa means until the renewal comes. Until Rosh Chodesh comes, and we say, similar Rosh Chodesh is David Melech Sel Chai V'Kayam, that despite all of the diminishing of the moon, it comes back again. So until the ultimate, until a redemption comes. Now, it sounds like there's an ultimate redemption, but I don't think that that's the case. I think that it's a cycle. In other words, I'm not saying what's going to happen, Lazi Law. We're saying that every Rosh Chodesh, there's some Bechina of Nechama which comes down, right? And eventually it's going to become the ultimate Nechama. I don't know this for sure. Just assuming this is the case. So the and when that coal which comes from comes from below goes up, it brings down back with it. Again, when this Rosh Chodesh comes, whichever Rosh Chodesh it is, it comes coming to Horim B'Zivin. It brings down several lights and radiances, and it illuminates all this entire Heichal. Vasvasa, and it's healing, Unahera, and light. The Cholin Ketolin to all those people who are killed out Kiddush Hashem. Ub Neymar Machoivin, and it's really he made the Moshiach, and the people who have their afflictions. I guess we mentioned them before. I guess it goes down to Lori Cholos as well. People who are suffering, who are together with Moshiach. And then he puts on a garment of a very precious garment. Porphyra is a distinguished garment. And that precious garment has on it engraved and inscribed all of those people who killed Kiddush Hashem. In other words, they're all part of the garment, the mantle of Moshiach. It's a beautiful mashal, right? Everybody who's part and parcel of the suffering is part and parcel of the Geula, and therefore their names are all inscribed on the mantle of Moshiach. So again, could we say about Achris Hayom and the final Gula when Moshiach is supposed to come down? All those people who died of Kiddush Hashem, all those people suffered, all those people who cried of Korban Yerushalayim, they're all inscribed in that because they all participate. They all participate in the Korban, they all participate in the Korban, they'll participate in the Gula, they were killed Kiddush Hashem, they'll participate in the ultimate Kiddush Hashem. Or could tell you about that there's stages in between also. Okay, I'm going back and forth on this one. So in any event, the cycle Porphyra Ela, this mantle goes up on high. Schacha Tamago Porphyra Lo de Malko, and it gets infused with, again, everything below, even below in Shamayim, has every above it in Shamayim. So it gets infused with the kedusha of Porphyra Lo, and it's brought down again to bring these neshamas to their to I guess the simcha of seeing that there is this yesh sachar l'pulasech. There's a reward for what they did. And evidently that Kodesh Baruch Hu takes the porphyra, which is now enhanced by porphyra, and he used that porphyra. In other words, he's the slavish in that porphyra. It's like the Kiddush Hashem is not just for Moshiach. That's a kaviyachol for Kodesh Baruch Hu himself. And with this, he judges the nations who caused all this anguish and tsar. Right? He'll judge the goyim which are full of bodies. Adi asav enachim lon, and then he comes down and again. I think it's Moshiach, not Kodesh Baruch Hu, but after Moshiach, as so to speak, loaned this garment to Kodesh Baruch Hu to judge. Then it comes down, and he's menachem everybody. V'nachsim mein nehorim b'dunim li'adona. They come down lights and pleasures to give them pleasure. V'kama malachim v'sichim and many malachim in chariots. V'chol chad v'chad b'mabusha. Each one comes down with a garment. In other words, each person was part of this, gets his own unique garment. There's a different gear. In order to enclose kolinu nishmas and katoin, all the shamas to be without Hashem. The taman misani kol he dezimna diusolk v'nachis. So that's what makes me say it's an ongoing process. They had idunim all the time. It goes up and down. Okay, so they and lugo me'aychola, and the inner circle, this heichal, kaima du dargei law which is kaima go dargei law. There's this higher level. Ina sorav ravin. These are the 10 great ones who are appointed, which are Rabbi Akiva. It says parentheses Kagon. So Rabbi Akiva Chavroi, or Rabbi Akiva, and all those people who were the Asar Ruge Malchus. They all go up with a clear lens, and they're illuminated with the highest radiance. Like it says, no eye has seen what the eyes of the Haruge Malchus, and they are so powerful. Not just the Rabbanim, right? All the Haruge Malchus, but the Rabbanim are in the inner core. They can see things which other people can't see because of their connection to Kedusha and the connection to Kodesh Baruch Hu. Okay, that's the fourth Heichal. We'll stop here for today.